In a vast forest stood the great oak, proud and towering, known by travelers and animals alike as the keeper of the forest. For centuries it grew, proud and strong, a symbol of endurance to be admired. But the forest began to change. Saplings grew differently, twisting towards shifting sunlight, widening their leaves to catch rain. Fierce storms came, and these young trees bent and swayed, adapting to all weather. The great oak scoffed. Why twist and change? I've stood tall for ages without bending. Your ways won't last. The young sapling replied, the world is different now. To thrive, we must adapt. Years passed, and the saplings became resilient trees, weaving a network that shared sunlight, water, and strength. They thrived together, weathering any storm with ease. The great oak, refusing to change, began to wither. Its roots struggled for water, and it left its solitary stance weak against the winds. One day, as life thrived around it, the great oak stood brittle and silent. A young tree, now tall, looked at it with respect, but resolve. You were great once, it said, but without change, even the mightiest fall.
See, I'm from Texas, where we should ride in swangers and put diamonds in our necklace. Pour drink inside my lemonade till it look like a Pepsi. See, I come from the D where we got checks and we be flexing. If you ain't from my state, then you should know, don't miss it. Hey.
If you're watching this, you're a potential investor in Demo Day, a new kind of media company.
Tech is interesting. All the coverage around it is really boring, so we made a media company to change that. I'm Jackson Fordyce.
I'm Josiah Simons, and if you want to see less of this and more of this,
and I think that invites people who want to feel comfortable.
All product searches actually start on Amazon and not on Google.
join us on our journey to start the next great American media company.
A year and a half ago, I worked at Fortune Magazine, a media company on the cutting edge of tech news. I hope to dive into the VC world and push boundaries. But when I pitched making videos for the stories I was telling, Fortune told me I had to use my own money for the projects. After spending hundreds of my own dollars and seeing lifeless edits and months-long delays, I realized the system was broken. But that's when Josiah and I started Venture Daily, a daily tech and venture capital news show that we did with zero budget while working full-time jobs.
For the next 6 months, we release high-quality episodes 5 days a week, featuring over 200 founders and VCs and gaining thousands of followers. It was clear to us that quality content didn't require massive budgets. It just took a willingness to try something new. So we quit our jobs and we started Demo Day. We saw firsthand that companies like Fortune, the great oak, the keeper of the forest, are stuck in the past, prioritizing rigid, capital J journalism over engaging story creation.
And Fortune isn't alone. Axios, TechCrunch, The Information. Why so boring?
The problem behind the problem is that the legacy media companies have a battleship they're trying to turn, and they can't keep up with the current trend of how people want to get their news.
Long story short, consumers want to watch videos.
Today's audience learns through short-form videos, and they are engaged by content that entertains, not merely informs. To capture the next generation, stories need to be told in a fresh way, on camera. That's where we come in.
Demo Day prioritizes podcasting and visual media.
We create entertaining content that aims to inform rather than the other way around.
And we're going to meet our customer where they already live, LinkedIn, YouTube, and TikTok.
In 2024, we went out and did it. Here's how.
Well, let's keep on talking about it.
The plan is to go viral.
So
they were talking to just us. Thank you so much for being on the Demo Day podcast. Our winning approach is our dedication to engaging and risky storytelling, not just dry facts. And our audience has loved it.
And we've grown a ton. In 2024, we secured venture funding from Antler. We also reached over 2 million social impressions across platforms and had over 400,000 short-form content views. We're also building a fast-growing network of founders and venture capitalists who trust us, over 250 of which have been on one of our shows.
In the last 6 months, we've filmed over 30 different podcast episodes in 7 different US cities. And that's just the beginning.
In the next 3 months,
we're dropping 14 full podcast episodes with over 20 VCs and founders across Boston, New York, and DC.
We're starting 2 brand new shows
and revamping our newsletter offering. 2 new newsletters next month.
But Demo Day isn't building just a media company. With funding, we're dreaming of something much bigger.
Demo Day is building a media technology company.
We create great content that resonates with our audience, a voice that sets us apart. We've proven that. But the reality is that media companies can only scale so far. You know it, we know it. Why? Because multimedia production is labor intensive, particularly on the back end. Editing, color grading, and ad placement. It's time-consuming and slows growth.
But we believe we're at the forefront of a new era where these processes can be automated. Our goal? Cut editing from taking 75% of our time to 60, to 50, to 40, and beyond without sacrificing quality. Every percentage point we capture in automation is a percentage point we could scale.
Here's how we'll do it. In the short term, we'll use third-party creative tools, but long-term the solution is proprietary technology. CapCut will never fully capture our voice. Adobe can't perfectly replicate the way we want our videos to look. What's proprietary to us is the inference layer we're building, a system trained to know our brand.
It will recognize the clips that resonate, the color grading we prefer, the titles we use, and even the type of B-roll that defines our aesthetic. This internal IP isn't just a tool, it's a competitive advantage. An advantage that, when built right, we can take to the mass market as the AI solution for any media company also looking to scale.
We're raising this round to prove this vision by reducing risk incrementally. Two priorities. First, hire a technical co-founder with expertise in AI applications for multimodal content. We're already considering several people for this role. Second, chip away at automating specific areas of our production process, starting with editing and ads. Every dollar raised will go towards solving these challenges step by step.
Our greatest advantage lies in the constant stream of fresh, dynamic content we produce daily at Demo Day. This means our model won't just be trained, it'll be fueled by highly relevant, engaging, and cutting-edge material, ensuring it stays sharp, innovative, and in sync with the pulse of our audience. And we won't forget that audience. Our target is to hit 100 million impressions across social channels in the next 2 years.
The big picture is this: better storytelling powered by smarter technology. Technology needs to tell a compelling story to the world about why it's a force for good, and that's what we're here to do. If more people believe that technology is good, innovation will move faster.
And this isn't just about making money. It's not even just about making a great media technology company. It's about empowering a new generation of storytelling.
Well, who are the great storytellers of our age? Those who challenge us to go to the moon, not because it is easy, but because it is hard. Those who cross oceans with the courage to lose sight of the shore. Those who know the best way to predict the future is to create it. The first rule of storytelling is simple: show, don't tell. That's why the greatest storytellers are innovators, not bloggers. Tim Cook, Reed Hastings, Oprah Winfrey. Why isn't anyone truly telling their stories? Not through conference stage interviews or puff pieces about earnings reports, not with a shallow podcast question. No, we have to enter the arena, be innovators ourselves, get in the room with them and show the world who they actually are, not tell the world from behind our computers spinning up half-baked biased narratives for clicks. It's time to shout a new message into the noisy world, one that embraces change while preserving storytelling's heart. The ink may be fading, but the signal endures, reshaped and re-amplified for a restless generation. This isn't an ending, it's a renaissance, a chance to rise and tell a new story.